Hand clap, brothers and sisters, we are finally back. Boom! What's good, my people? We are finally back again for another vibrations on this Mystelics Reacts channel. It's been a moment since I said boom, brothers and sisters. Somebody just remind me of that. So I have to say boom! Welcome, brothers and sisters. Of course, big up to all the Mystelics family and the new videos that who've tuned in to this here vibration, brothers and sisters. Welcome to every single one of you guys, brothers and sisters. And of course, these are my thoughts. What are yours on the things that we're going to be talking about here on this here reaction, brothers and sisters? Leave your thoughts and comments where? In the comment box below, brothers and sisters. Of course, don't forget to do what? Click the thumbs up button. I notice you guys lapsing, man. What are you guys doing? Just click the thumbs up button to help push, if you care, brothers and sisters, to help push these videos further and further day. I would appreciate that right there, no doubt about it, brothers and sisters. And of course, don't forget to do what? Subscribe if you've not done so yet. All the new individuals who have tuned in, and of course you like the vibrations that I'm pretty much talking about here, definitely subscribe, brothers and sisters, for more vibrations, as you do definitely tend to come through right there when I publish them. Bow, you will be notified. Of course, when you subscribe, click the post notification bell so you will inadvertently become part of the Mystelics family, the YouTube family, the greatest family out of Dominica, brothers and sisters. Big up yourself one time in that regard. Right. Anyways, brothers and sisters, without further ado, let us get into the vibration for the day. Of course, we saw something very interesting, brothers and sisters. Is it a boat? Is it a submarine, brothers and sisters? What is this? Is this an alien ship that have been found in Dominica? What exactly is going on, brothers and sisters? Okay, we seem like we're gonna be getting a closer look. Oh, we see some ground and oh, it's a car. Brothers and sisters, it's not a submarine. All right, it's a car, and apparently the car has decided to go on the river. From the river to the bank, from the bank to the river. You see, just like that right there, brothers and sisters. I guess some individuals must have found this, they heard a noise and decided they're gonna check it out. This is actually in Kalibishi, and you know, I guess the individual who was in the vehicle left the vehicle and decided, hey, let me see if I can make it on foot. You know, so they make it on foot. No, please, not a zombie they see and they get scared and run away. So them people that there decide they want to turn it over so they can start it. Or maybe the individual in question that I'm talking about that probably was scared of zombie. This person decided to come back with help to try to turn the vehicle, you know. In these hard times, you cannot go for a trailer to... No, brothers and sisters. You have to go for your people then. They strong, they eating dashing, man. So, and its situation happened. Thank God nobody got hurt. You can start it. I think it take plenty water. It can't start like that. But okay. Next time. You can't do that. Go for long, you know. That is in this. That can't be the river. That cannot be the river, brothers, because I see in waves dashing. I never see. You guys ever see the river doing that, no? I never see river doing them kind of thing there. Them kind of thing they can't be river, but that's in the sea, boy. But uncle, you cannot turn that like that, no, uncle. Hopefully those people were successful in that regard, right, brothers and sisters. Very interesting that this ended up in a water body, brothers and sisters. But the most important part is they live to see another day. Thank God for that, brothers and sisters. I'm very much appreciative that these individuals are alive and well. Circumstances happen where then you have to deal with the problems out of which may have been caused or not caused by you. Who knows? Maybe there was a lizard in the road and swift, you know, or something. I don't want to harm the lizards. Or a raccoon or something. You know. Let me leave that there, brothers and sisters. But anyways, thank God the individuals are okay. And of course, we're moving in that regard. Talk about accidents, brothers and sisters. Now, we saw this today. Now, I don't really know what exactly is going on in the nature of the Caribbean, brothers and sisters, but we're seeing a lot of the authority individuals apprehending or stopping the use of firearms, you know? And for some reason or the other, brothers and sisters, we saw this situation, but this is as a result of, this right there, brothers and sisters. There was some sort of shooting incident in the Buffet State Bridge region. Yes, brothers and sisters, and this is that situation there. As you can see some, I guess, evidence of sorts. You know, when Dominica police searching for evidence, you know, it does be hard. I'm not saying that they don't get it, you know, brothers and sisters. It does be very hard for them to find. They have to try to get the help of others I don't know why they're doing this. Usually when they put this down, it's usually forensic they're gonna be doing. But you know, I don't really myself. Maybe Dominica has forensic, brothers and sisters, and I just clueless. Maybe that is the case right there. But yes, so that happened in the Bafe State region. But it seems like it was a drive-by that most likely took place, because we have this video right there. This looks like the region. This is coming into Roseau. Yes, this is coming into Roseau. You see the arrow going down. This is usually where you go down to get the Portsmouth bus stop, a region. You pass a bus. I'm not really sure what bus stop that there, but you're going further to the Promenade region to get the Portsmouth bus stop. You guys will let me know what a bus stop is close here. But this is the region, and of course you see vehicles coming into Roseau. Yes, brothers and sisters. So vehicles coming in. Everybody minding their business. Who pray for their family for safety. Oh, you know, then this happened, brothers and sisters. This situation happened there. Apparently, this was the getaway vehicle from the situation that took place in the Bafe State region, from my understanding. That's what I was told. And the individual in question didn't stop and say, oops, sorry. No, they drove off as if you couldn't see them anymore. You know, bare sunshine. You know, people seeing you. Oops, what happened to your car? You running away. Where you going? Is it stress you? Well, they probably know it's Dominica police force that day, and therefore they most likely would not get caught in that situation. Is that the case now? I don't know. But unfortunately, this person, thank God for prayers, protection, you know, that situation happened, but this is exactly what happened. So that driver there in question, let me zoom in, brothers and sisters. We have technology. Thank God for technology. Not true? We have technology, man. Yes, man. So we had the zoom in feature right there, brothers and sisters. So that vehicle most likely came up from the Bafe State Road, must have most likely passed behind the stadium. You know, pass behind the stadium, come down, and then shoot straight down, which ended up in that predicament. I'm just speculating. All right, brothers and sisters, speculating, come straight down and then going back into Roseau. Well, most likely he probably didn't want to go back into Roseau, but he ended up on that circumstance right there. Passing right there. Is that a road that comes out this? Yes, it comes out this way. All right, because I see the stop sign, the stop lamp sign there. Yes, and then the vehicle just continue going about his merry way, as if, you know, is they that paying your vehicle bills. You know, they're paying for your tire bills and vehicle expense. Just leave you and go. Hopefully these criminals got caught. But unfortunately, I heard two individuals got pelleted. If you get my drift, brothers and sisters, two individuals got pelleted, and you know, one succumbed to that situation right there. Hopefully the other one gets speedy recovery. But it's very unfortunate that this kind of circumstances happen. So I don't know if when the police then get the ammunitions and stuff, they then release it back to the public. I don't know if they're doing this stuff. I heard sentiments of this taking place, where police caught certain people with certain things in their hands. And these people who apparently call higher ups, and this police had to give back this stuff to them. I don't know if that is 100% accurate, brothers and sisters, but I heard that from a source, a very important source, indicating that the possibility of these things do tend to happen. Because if you're stopping all these things from coming in, and you're doing such a good job, brothers and sisters, now I understand that you might not be able to stop everyone from coming in, all the ammunition from coming in, this kind of things are true. But you cannot tell me these things is happening very, very regular in Dominica. On top of Dominica, based on what a doctor indicated, that 7 people attempt to take their own lives every week. Now it seems like every week or every other week we have a situation involving somebody passing away from being pelleted, brothers and sisters. So they're stopping this stuff from coming in. I'm just thinking out loud here, brothers and sisters. They're stopping this stuff from coming in, yet still we have more rampant things taking place. You know how much people have died from getting pelleted from the streets, brothers and sisters? You know how many people have died in Dominica I'm talking about, you know? I know quite a bit of them, especially in the Bafe State region. There are folks who used to go and do stuff in different places, man. Man, let me retract. We used to go and do stuff like riding bikes and those kind of things. That these people are no longer alive today. Meeting some of these folks here, talking here, blah, blah, blah. Say, hey, watch your videos, all those kind of things. They're getting in discussions. And these people are no longer alive today. Because they are pelleted on the streets. What can be done in this circumstance here? Hopefully these individuals who've done these things get caught. It's just unfortunate, however, because the vehicle jam, all glasses up, so you cannot see who exactly, if it's 1, 2, or if it's nobody, it's AI that driving the car. You know, in Dominica, it have to be, because sometimes when these situations are caught on camera, these people don't get caught. Look, the last situation that happened in Roseau, just by KFC there, they trace all the way back to Postman. Instead of police was in Postman, what happened? So I don't know, absolutely nothing come from that situation right there. Is either the police need more training, or the people who doing these activities are really good. They learn from TV. Or it's maybe from overseas, these people are doing these things and come down to Dominica and doing these things. And they know the police is not properly equipped to handle their expertise in these kind of things there. But I find these things happening too often. Too often. The question is, what can the police do? If police cannot even solve their own robbery, much may say, boy, sometimes, sometimes I just don't know. I don't know. Now, what could have led to the situation of the individual losing his life? That's why I always tell people, be careful. Be careful with the company you keep. That's one. Be careful what you do. Brothers and sisters, be mindful of these things right there. Sometimes people get desperate and, hey, you owe me your money and this kind of things there. And I know that sentiment, but people owe me money. People owe me money. Have a partner in the sports, he owed plenty people money. Plenty people money, boy. You lucky people. I don't know. Brothers and sisters, the great book says, live peaceable with all men. If you owe people money, if you can't take people thing, pay them back. If you cannot do it, say, oh, I'll give you a little extra because of the time or this kind of thing. So give them some sort of reassurance. I don't know what circumstances led to this. It could have been why, brothers and sisters? We're so small already. We have how much problems, that we have more problems on top of this thing again. But then again, the question is, who is enabling these things to happen? Because sometimes you wonder if the authorities are in cahoots with certain people in society. If the authorities are in cahoots. Because I find this thing is happening too often on the merit that they're stopping a set of things from coming into Dominica, a set of ammunition from coming into Dominica. They boast in and say, look at all what we stop. Yet still these things are still happening. Then again, can they even trace? I know in the United States, people can trace back the bullets. They can trace back the bullets based on the serial numbers, because when you buy, you have to register whatever name and go where exactly it came from and who buy this and those kind of things. They trace back on camera and blah, blah, blah. Do we even have this stuff in Dominica? They have thing on the ground. I don't know. I don't know. What are your thoughts on this, guys? What are your thoughts on this? Leave your thoughts in the comment box below. Anyways, brothers and sisters, I also saw this video right there. What exactly is going on? Let me fix this stuff. Let me make sure that the thing looks... I don't know why people think they're on Instagram. But apparently, a Dominican apparently lost his US visa right there. And he came out to speak about it. And this is what he had to say right there.
Hey, Dominicans. We're going. You know, I applied for my visa, American visa, last year, and I got a 10-year visa in November.
So I know another person are saying, but are they still giving out visas? From my understanding, brothers and sisters, I don't think they are, based on the whole situation that has been happening right now. There have even been memos that went out saying if you want to go to the United States sometime or whatever, And it seems like the time is getting closer and closer. And the officials are not saying much on that. They want to say, oh, none of this, we haven't received any official stuff, whatever. So Marco Rubio came down for no reason. For no reason at all. They're saying that they have not received any official whatever, blah, blah, blah. Well, Marco Rubio had a talk with them, not true? But anyways, Tosi saying that he got his passport last year. He applied, got his visa last year. And well...
So I received a message a few days ago requesting that I visit the embassy in Trinidad. So I was in the Middle East. So I said, well, I'm traveling to the Caribbean and I'll come visit you guys. So they gave me an appointment and I came. I'm like, shit, are these people are going to start going after Dominicans?
Yeah, they are. That's definitely... I told you guys, the CBI situation that has happened has put a damper on a lot. If there wasn't no corruption in this whole CBI situation, brothers and sisters, a number of these problems that Dominica or some of the other Caribbean islands are facing, it would not be existent. Because keep in mind, CBI is not something that is just new, you know, brothers and sisters. It went rampant when countries were thinking, hey, let us sell our birthright instead. Kind of reminds you of Esau and Jacob. Let us sell our birthright so that people can benefit from the birthright, even though they don't have to step foot in Dominica. But anyways, brothers and sisters, they have chosen to sell the birthright instead of looking at the country's resources, even though Dominica is filled. Bruh. Dominica is filled with so much. And now look at the state. Look at this. Look at ay.
I was concerned because I'm trying to wonder what I did. What did I do? And like, there's nothing I did wrong. So I went to the embassy and the guy called me and he said, hi Trevor, how you doing? Smiling. And once again, they were very, I like, the way the man handled me. He said, Trevor.
You're right, man handle you. They don't tell me not to come there with angry faces and make you think. No, brothers and sisters, it's another psychological thing that they tend to do. They pleasant, smile with you, just like how the police just do sometimes. Well, in the United States, they come and they are pleasant with you and this kind of things there. They know that you are the person that they're looking for. They don't want you to be worried because they know that humans tend to look at your expression to notice if they are good with you or not, right? So there's always that sentiment right there. I was thinking of something that I did on a vlog. I remember when there was somebody behind me. I thought of it, when the person watched, I could be, what you want to read? Anyways, so people tend to react to how you look at them and this kind of things there. So he's saying he likes how they manhandle him in that regard, being kind and courteous and this kind of things there. And of course, breaking down the news to him.
In your application, there's a list of things we ask, and why didn't you put that? I'm like, shit, I forgot that. I forgot that. Remember some Dominican, a DUI offense, a simple offense, a simple charge for nothing, a ticket, not a ticket you can go and pay that, but once you charge, even if it's a simple charge, is anything, when these people ask you to list charges or anything that you've had in the past, anything, even though it has been dismissed and you've won, it could be 20 years ago.
You have to put it down. That's crazy right there. So no matter what situation has happened, no matter what, you have to put it down. That's interesting. You beat it. That's another. Oh, that's interesting. Even if, well, that would make sense. Have you been charged for this? Yes, no. This, yes, no, yes. Maybe you can explain it or something of that sort. But again, if there's no explanation, why would you yes? So.
The man was like, no. He said, no, Trevor, I'm telling you, 2013. I'm like, oh my God, yes, that's true.
So they can literally trace back everything.
True. And he said, well,
these people are not playing any games anymore.
Trevor, because you didn't do that, I would have to cancel your visa. And you'll have to reapply.
Reapply with it.
And your application, insert that in there.
That's why you always have to be honest about certain things, brothers and sisters, when you see it comes down to these things, because they can most likely trace back, which is always wonder. I always wonder about these things, you know, brothers and sisters, especially when it comes down to Dominica and the due diligence process that they say they have for CBI. And a set of criminals have obtained Dominica passports as if you do some simple Google search, you will get to see these things. Alison Maduke, I'm Alireza Monfred. Simple Google search. And they obtained Dominica diplomatic passports. They were Dominica's ambassadors. And look, the U.S. Embassy and these places there, you do something back in the day, they can trace it back to see what you've done, if you did this or did, whether you win it or not. They can trace it back because I want to see what kind of person you are. So they're taking these things seriously. Interesting. And that was last year. Last year, he get it. This year, they calling him saying, hey, you know, certain things you might not have put. Really? That's interesting, you know.
I'm like, wow. I'm like, cool. I understand. No hard feelings. We had conversation. The guy was very cool to me. Maybe I may not get a visa again. You know, I don't know if that's what the strategy to get rid of Dominicans having visas.
Boy,
but
as he said that there, that thought came to mind too, you know. As he said that there, they find little excuses because you got it. They should have done their due diligence. They apparently don't do the due diligence, and it's not like, you see. So if they did their due diligence and they come back, seems like they're researching now. They're researching now because you got the visa. And now, this year, when they're cramping on things. But another thing that could be part of that is the fact that you go into the Middle East as well. So that could have been a situation, and you know, they have certain conflicts over there. So that could be an issue as well.
The point is that I forgot. So I was hiding. I had an air rifle matter before the court. It was dismissed, and I mentioned that. You know, but that was since 2013. And I just...
Air rifle matter. Living a real rifle, the air rifle.
You know, it didn't go forward. It didn't go anywhere. And these people told me, cancel. As I said, no hard feeling, I love rules and regulations. Once you accept rules and regulations,
yeah, that's true.
I love to follow them. That's who I am. I love to follow that. So
that's how you know. That's how you know whether you are. That's how people. That's how, when there are rules and regulations that are set, brothers and sisters, just like the Constitution of Dominica. That's why you know if they're invading on your Constitution or not. That's how you know if the system is literally against you or not, based on what the rules and regulations are paying. Because the rules and regulations are not for some, it's for everybody. And if it's for some, then that means there's a level of either racism or classism or something of that sort, where they're given certain privileges above the others instead of some. That's why you need rules and regulations for everybody. That's why certain islands, the prime minister, whoever, or premier, whoever, need to obey the rules as well. But in Dominica, apparently it doesn't seem to be the case. The rest of the world will follow suit, but Dominica, they want to be in a whole other kind of vibe, which is very interesting. Because you know who has to hold these people accountable? The people. And if the people are not holding the people accountable, the people that they put in positions to guide and do things for them, then they will just act wayward. They will disrespect the rules. They will disrespect Jah. Yes. So it's important to know the rules, brothers and sisters. It's important to know. You might not know everything, but at least know the basics to understand, okay, the basics of this is simple. The constitutional law of the land is simple to understand. If you need some extra help, you know, this is one of the reasons why I'm saying what they did with the opposition leader doesn't make any sense at all. Because there's two parts of it. One is talking about the elected member, and if the elected member disagree, then you have the members, not the elected members anymore. You have the members on the opposition side to then elect who they're supposed to be for opposition leader. It's very simple. but apparently nobody cares about it. So when they infringe on one, they move to the next. Look now, they infringing on people's constitutional right to protest and to peacefully assemble. They keep infringing bit by bit, and people just not saying much. That's why rules is important and they must be followed. When it comes down to the aspect right here. Anyways, let's continue.
This is my 10-year visa for that reason. For me, omitting that incident that was dismissed. Simple matter. But the point is that if you don't, Dominicans, when you are applying, put everything in your application. Because the simple thing I forgot, that is nothing. But just because of that, they cancel the visa.
But they're getting stricter and stricter on these things. That's what it seems like they're happening. Not necessarily them targeting Dominica, because I don't think Dominica is the problem. I think the leaders are the issues, because the whole CBI situation is as a result of the leaders. Remember, CBI has been long before. In fact, I have a video of Rosie talking about that sentiment right there. Let's go a little. I'll most likely play that tomorrow.
So what we're saying is the opportunities are there now for clean government, for responsible government, for transparent government.
We will get that, brothers and sisters. We'll talk about that tomorrow, most likely. Let's continue.
Maybe it is related to the issue with Dominicans. Maybe, I don't know. But you know what? That's the rule. And if I forgot, I'm to be the one to be blamed, because I forgot and they have something on me. And in life, you always have to ensure that nobody has something
on you. That's true. That's very true. Just like I was talking about, if you owe people, how can you live? Brothers and sisters, I owe $3.50. Is it $3.50 or $3.75? $3 and something cents for juice, brother. I think it's 75 cents, but it's $3.75 for juice. And I couldn't rest for that day. For juice by Addison. Gasa. That was a long time ago, probably in 2015 or 2014. And I couldn't rest. There are people owing people hundreds of thousands of dollars. And all you just go in on your bed and sleep. A little afraid somebody come for you. Gasa.
Liberites. Before they had some of me, they say I am gay and this and that. That's the only thing they could have come up with about me. You know what I mean? A hardback man like me is gay. Imagine that. But you know.
Well, you have some anti-man that thing, yeah. But you don't see Trevor. I was going to say, so let me leave that alone. If Trevor watches your video, you know what I'm talking about right there. Trevor is a marshal, eh? Yes, man. Big up Trevor one time.
That's them. But don't
the reason why you go in Middle East.
I love body or any punch to have anything on you. All these people throw from your application. Yeah. I mean, that's simple, but you know what? You know, that's the rules. I forgot to put that, and it is my obligation. It is me.
But even if you forget, that something was dismissed somewhere, or it never come into fruition, would you have to then put that?
Who has to put that? Not them. They found it. They looked at it, which is straight. I mean, November last year, we applied. My arrival matter was dismissed. That was what I was waiting for actually, because when I applied for this, they told me, they put it on hold on pending the conclusion of the arrival matter. So
that seemed like that arrival matter, although it's 2013, maybe since last year you did that, then probably the conclusion of it happened last year. Maybe that was it. Anyway.
My focus was getting that matter sorted out and for me to get my ESB, because
well, based on what he's saying there, it seemed like the matter was sorted out completely last year, and then after it was sorted out last year, then he fooled his stuff, and as a result of that, he was dismissed. And
my wife and I used to jump on a plane every fortnight, Miami, South Beach landing. and we miss that, you know. And although we are enjoying Asia right now, when we finally decide to come and relocate back to Trinidad, we want to be able to jump on a plane, go marry.
Yep.
You know.
Straight flight.
So yes, people. Maybe that's part of the strategy to start dealing with us. But at the end of the day, I cannot use that. I cannot accuse the US government of that at all.
Nope, you can't.
Because I forgot.
But they should have known though. Because they gave it to you last year. So if they gave it to you last year, why did they come this year to do it? Which then would be a responsible, you know, thought process in saying maybe they started cracking down on this kind of things there. Maybe.
To insert something that I should have. Right? So, Mali boy, you have one on me, boy. You America, you have one on me, my brother.
Yeah. Anyways, guys, what are your thoughts on this? Do you think that this is a crackdown that is taking place? Do you think that, because they actually came and had several meetings, man. They had several meetings. And I know the Dominican Prime Minister had a hard, man. That is one of the hardest head. Just to ruin the people. Just to ruin for what? For pride. For pride. For you know, to I pompous. I not them. I not the little boy, you know. And then you put in the people of Dominica. And then Dominicans, oh, nothing happening. Nothing happening. Oh, no. Oh, boy. The time is drawing closer and closer, eh? The time is drawing closer and closer, brothers and sisters. I guess we'll just have to wait. I think it's September. We'll just have to wait and see. I think it's mid-August, September though. Mid-August, September. Or maybe early August, September. Maybe mid-August, September. Those are Dominican passports. What are your thoughts, guys? Do you think they're cracking down? What exactly do you think is going on right there? Leave your thoughts in the comment box below, brothers and sisters. If you appreciate my concise, give the thumbs up button. I would appreciate it right there. And of course, don't forget to subscribe and turn on that post notification so you can get the latest vibrations when I do the fleet and to come from right there. And the latest video, when I drop them, you'll of course be notified in that regard right there. Anyways, brothers and sisters, this is all I have for these vibrations today. What are your thoughts? Be real, solid thinking always. Thanks so much for watching. Be positive.